Welcome back, YouTube fam, to another video of Mon Res Wrestling. I know I kind of like forgot about it a little bit, but I decided to come back to it and make more content on it just because, you know, I didn't get to read the full series itself. But last time I was talking about Tyro versus Furin, and as you can see right here, this has a vampire and Furin is on the bottom. She is the slime girl. So that we go into the match, which is Tyro, the demonic dog. This is basically her debut match, I guess you could say. And Furin is right here. Of course, the succubus was introducing them both, and Furin was just like so damn nervous and whatnot. So that's why she was like that. But going into it, she proved that she was actually very deceiving. And this right here is when things took a turn. She used her slime abilities to trap Tyro and pretty much just like suffocate her. Now, the funny thing about this is like during the match as Tyro was suffocating, this right here, they considered it a sneak attack, the audience. Now at the bottom of the screen right here, it's so funny. It says, "So sorry, but the voices of the unwashed masses mean nothing to me. There's only one person I want to make happy, and that's Aja, who she was fighting for on her behalf." So the match continues on and people were just like pissed because she turned heel like that. And then when we get up here, of course, she goes into a little bit of the backstory of her and Ajita, and you know, they both debuted at the same time, and Ajita was just so arrogant and prideful. But really what Furin wants to do is pretty much just mating press the fuck out of Ajita. She wants to melt her. That's basically what she wants to do. Now, going further into it, Tyro gets knocked the fuck out for a minute. Kayla's like, okay, I'm gonna figure out something to wake you up now, because there's like 10 count out of the ring and you're done. So she brings sweets to Beru and Beru pretty much, and that wakes Tyro up supposedly. Now waking her up turns her into a puppet because Tyro is still unconscious. She's not exactly up. As you can see at the bottom right here, it says the Cerberus was a beast that guarded the gates of Hades with its 3 heads, taking turns sleeping. Might want to know that. In other words, a Cerberus can move so long as one of its heads is awake. So with 2 of the heads awake and Tyro being still unconscious, it kind of proves that point that Tyro will still be able to move her limbs regardless, as long as one of the heads is up. So going forward, she eventually becomes conscious, and then, you know, Furin's like, let's finish this, and she uses her pretty much ultimate move. And Tyro is like, okay, I'm gonna take that on. And when she takes it on, she does her own, her Cerberus thing, which is her signature move, and it pretty much destroys Furin, and that's the end of pretty much their main event match. Now, I did enjoy most of the stuff that I saw in that match. Of course, I couldn't put everything here, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And then we move on to the celebration. The celebration is at the beach. Of course, this is what they're gonna do. They need to relax and all that stuff. And like I said, the beach fan service, or TNA I should say, looks really damn good so far, right? Well, not for everyone. Ajita gets the short end of the stick, and they like destroy her in the water. They destroy her in the water, not on purpose, but just like, that's just what they did. They were looking for stuff, and for that reason, Ajita ends up being defeated. I wouldn't say passed out, but she was defeated in the water. And here, with the whole Kraken situation, yes, I had to do a little bit of censoring here, but Pippi was too busy trying to perch on a craggy rock, and that kind of pissed Kayla off. So she was like, oh, you're calling me like craggy, are you? And she just went full Kraken on her. And you know how it is when it comes to like tentacles and hentai. If you've ever seen that shit, that's pretty much the position Pippi was in, and it was delicious, let me tell you. From there, the president shows up eventually at the beach. Now, the president is a vampire, clearly. You've seen like the cover on chapter 8. We are on chapter 11. See how fast I just transitioned like that? Chapter 11. This is the vampire, of course. Kayla and the vampire go way back, and She's just like, what are you doing here? She's complaining about the heat and shit like that. And President Elizabeth is like, okay, there's something I need to tell you. And as she's taking things serious as an owner, as she says, she falls asleep. Like, this little lolly president motherfucker just falls asleep. And then this brute down here is like making his way in. He like crashes into the building and just comes in and tells them what they're going to be doing. And what is it? It's Beleza versus Beleza Wacky Monster Girl Championship beach volleyball. That's pretty much what it is. It's beach volleyball competition, 3-on-3. So you know you're gonna get some TNA with this. So it's Tyro's team versus Kayla's team. And from there, the president says, you know, they're gonna be filmed and they're gonna sell it because they're gonna make money that way. Now, things are kind of out of control. Like, the rules are just ridiculous. It gets chaotic. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on at this point? But at the same time, the president, who was standing idly by as this chaos was going on and all the bitching and moaning was going on, she pretty much tagged in and told Ian, hey, it's time for me to do what I need to do. So she bites Ian, drinks her blood, and she brings out her original or true monster form, which is a full-on vampire. Now, this is not a lolly anymore. This is a grown-ass vampire, and she goes in on like Kayla and all of them. She's like, I'm gonna show you what I can do. So she does do what she need to do, and eventually she tells Tyro, this is what you need to do to knock out Kayla. Tricks Kayla, all of a sudden gets close, bites the shit out of her, it knocks her out. The winner is basically Tyro's team because the leader can no longer, you know, proceed anymore. Kayla was knocked out. And by the end of chapter 11, we are told that Tyro has been invited to like this World Tag Championship. World Tag Survivor, as it says. Mon wrestlers from lots of different federations gather at this tournament to crown the most powerful tag team of them all. She's going to be teamed up with someone very soon. And like again, President Elizabeth said, she's got a tag spot on it. So look forward to more of Mon Res stuff when I can make time. Things are about to get interesting from this moment forward. I covered 3 chapters pretty much just like that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if so, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment below, tell me what you think of the chapters. Should I do 3 more? Should I do 4 more? Like, how do you want me to do this? Should I just take one at a time? How do you want me to go about like doing this series for you? That being said, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share it amongst your friends, and of course follow on socials if you haven't as well. And until next time, keep grinding. I'm out.